My beloved one, I have seen you in those very moments when you thought no one was watching. I witnessed the silent tears that traced your cheeks, the heartbreak from betrayal, misunderstanding, and the deafening silence of those you once trusted. I know you did nothing wrong. You chose to live with integrity, to love, to forgive, and for that very reason, you became the target of those who could not comprehend the tender yet resilient heart of the righteous. Time and again, you have asked me, why am I hurt when all I try to do is the right thing? And today, I want you to know that every wound you carry is not in vain. Every word that pierced your soul, every cold glance, every stab in the back, I saw it all. And through those very things, you have become more like me than ever before. You did not let bitterness shape you, nor did you let pain make your heart hard. You chose to keep walking, to cling to kindness, to nurture compasión, and to protect the softness of your heart in a cold and harsh world. That is not weakness. It is spiritual strength that only those who trust in me can possess. When you chose not to retaliate, you triumphed. When you chose silence over accusation, you stepped into a new depth of faith. And when you chose to pray for those who hurt you, you touched the spiritual maturity I long to see in my children. Others may not understand you, but I do. The world may see meekness as weakness, but I see it as victory. You have walked rugged roads and passed through dark valleys. And with every step, you were never alone, for I was beside you, quietly strengthening you, drying your tears, and whispering to your soul, do not give up, you are on the right path. Oh, people may take advantage of your kindness, but do not let that make you close your heart. Let me be your wall of refuge, your stronghold. Do not let betrayal make you question your worth, for you are a precious jewel, cherished and protected by me. Every time you rise, not in pride, but in faith and humility, you write a new chapter in the spiritual journey I have destined for you. Remember, you are not just enduring trials, you are building a legacy. One day, others will look at your life and find hope again. They will see that it is possible to live rightly, to love, to forgive even when the world is unjust. You are a living testimony that light can shine in the darkness, that holiness can be preserved in a fallen world. So, my beloved child, do not be ashamed of your scars. They are the proof of victory. Do not fear when your heart trembles, for I am still holding you with my mighty hands. Do not be discouraged when others fail to understand, for I understand. And that is enough. I am so proud of you. Not because you are perfect, but because you remain faithful when no one applauds, because you stand firm when no one supports you, because you choose what is good when evil surrounds you. I have placed within you a light that no darkness can extinguish. You have been tested by fire, and you did not break. You were refined. I will restore to you what the enemy has stolen. I will give you joy instead of mourning, garments of praise instead of a spirit of despair. Those who once mocked you will see my hand move for you. Those who thought you were weak will not comprehend how I lift you and set you upon a firm foundation. Keep trusting, keep loving, keep forgiving. Do not let pain steal your dreams. Do not let betrayal make you give up on love. For I, your Father, will never betray you. I am faithful. I love you with an unchanging love. And if you remain faithful, that day will come, the day your righteousness will shine like the dawn, and my favor will refresh all that you have sown in tears. I love you not because you are always strong, but because you do not give up, not because you never get hurt, but because you rise again though wounded, not because you always know the way, but because you trust me, even when you cannot see clearly. And that is the faith I treasure. Keep walking. My beloved one, you do not walk alone. You do not fight alone. All of heaven watches and rejoices each time you choose not to give up. You are mine, and nothing can take that away from you. My beloved child, there is a truth you must hold firmly to steady your heart. This world is not always kind to the souls who choose to walk in the light. You know this well, for you have tasted its harshness in your own flesh. The light you carry in your heart, not of your own making. But mine has exposed the hidden corners others would rather leave in darkness. And for that, they do not love you. Not because you did wrong, but because you dared to live truthfully, to love boldly, and to stand firm in truth in a world that bends with the wind. I see how you've become the target of envy. You do not boast. You do not take what is not yours, yet you are criticized. You do not slander. You do not scheme, yet you are suspected. You live humbly, love deeply, give freely, yet you are misunderstood, gossiped about, and isolated. I know it all. There is no tear you've cried that I haven't gathered into my golden jar. No cruel word you've heard that I have not etched into my heart. You are not invisible to me. You are precious, preserved, known in every breath, every step, every secret thought of your heart. I see how you endure, not loudly, not seeking attention. You do not demand justice for yourself. You do not strike back with sharp words. Instead of letting pain turn into hatred, you pour it into the deepest place where you meet me, where your tears melt into my grace. You choose to forgive not because they deserve it, but because you know forgiveness is the door to freedom. You choose grace over bitterness not because you are weak, but because you are strong enough to believe in my righteousness over the justice of the world. And that is exactly why I have chosen you, not because you are always strong, but because you do not give up when you are weak, not because you are flawless, but because you return to me when you fall, not because you never weep, but because every tear holds a quiet trust that I am working, even in the silence. I chose you not to be like others, but to become like me, in the way you love without demanding return, in the way you endure without complaint, in the way you walk in light, even while darkness lurks at every turn. My beloved child, the world may rise against you, but all of heaven is for you. The harsh voices of man can never drown out my voice of love. Lies may be loud, but they are fleeting. The truth I declare about you stands eternal and unchanging. You are chosen by me not because you stood out in the crowd, but because you remained steadfast when no one else stood beside you. You are called by me not to live an easy life, but to become a light in the darkness, to carry love into places of hatred, to be a living reminder that kindness is not weakness, it is a spiritual choice wrapped in power. I know there have been nights when you sat alone, questioning if it was worth it, wondering if the sacrifices would be forgotten, wondering if the light you carry is strong enough to pierce the darkness pressing in around you. And today, my answer to you is this: yes, it is worth it, my child, because with every small act done in my name, you are planting seeds in this world that no one can take away. Though people may not see, I see. Though they may not acknowledge, I remember. Though they may forget you, I never will. So, my courageous one, keep walking in the light, even when the world turns its back. I am smiling upon you, even when others walk away. My angels spread their wings beside you, even when your heart grows weary. My spirit is upholding you with supernatural strength. Every time you choose love over hatred, silence over judgment, faithfulness over surrender, you are composing a song of worship in the spirit realm that all of heaven leans in to hear. I do not promise that you won't be wounded, but I promise that no wound will be wasted. I do not promise you will always be understood, but I promise that I understand you more deeply than anyone else. I do not promise the road will always be smooth, but I promise I will walk with you through every path, every season, every storm. You were chosen not for a life of mediocrity, but to reflect my glory in a world starving for hope. And if you continue to guard your heart and carry my light, then no accusation, no darkness, no trial can stop the purpose I have ordained for you. My beloved, in those moments when you feel small in the rushing tide of life, when your heart is weighed down with unspoken concerns and your shoulders sag beneath unseen burdens, I ask you to pause just for a moment to hear my voice, to sense the gentle presence I have never withheld from you. You are not alone. Even when this world leaves you feeling abandoned, overwhelmed, or unseen, the truth remains unchanged. I am here, and heaven is still wide open around you. From the very beginning, when I formed you, I never intended for you to bear all suffering alone. There is no challenge you face that I have not already prepared you for. No pain escapes my loving gaze or my tender care. You are not a lone soldier on a battlefield, you are my cherished child, shielded by a divine hedge of protection. My angels stand by you, day and night. Though your eyes may not perceive them, your soul is surrounded by the guardianship of heaven. There are times when you grow weary in ways words cannot express, when all you can do is sit in the silence of night, thinking no one understands. No one hears the small prayers whispered in the dark. But I hear. I listen to every word you whisper, every longing you dare not speak. Even the silent sighs of your soul I receive, and remember them all. Each time you feel like you cannot take another step, know this: it is in your weakness that my power is made perfect. I do not wait for you to be strong before I lift you up. I come beside you right in your brokenness, your trembling, your emptiness. That is where I become your strength. Call upon the angels not because they replace me, but because they are the hands I extend to lift you. They are sent to remind you that heaven is working on your behalf, protecting, guiding, and warring for you. Though you may not see it with your eyes, believe it with your heart, for you are the child of the Almighty, and the hosts of heaven stand ready to defend your peace. You may feel as though you're carrying the weight of the world, your family, your work, your responsibilities, unfulfilled dreams, and unspoken griefs. But let me remind you, you were never made to carry it all alone. I do not expect you to be strong all the time. I do not demand that you always wear a smile. Instead, I invite you to lean on me, rest on my shoulder, breathe, and find your life again. My yoke is not a burden, it is companionship. As you walk with me, you'll find that what once drained you will become lighter, not because it disappears, but because you no longer carry it alone. My burden is light because I carry it with you. I do not promise the absence of hardship, but I promise you will never face it alone. I am your father, but also your companion. I am your king, but also the one who wipes your tears in the night. I am your creator, but also the one who bends low to steady your trembling steps. I have never left you. I have never been silent. Even when it feels like I'm far away, I am still speaking through the strength I give you to go on, through the peace that surpasses all understanding, through the divine encounters that seem random but were orchestrated to lift you. Never forget, you may fall, but I will catch you. You may wander, but I will find you. You may feel lost, but I am the light on your path. Every storm, every obstacle, every dark night we will overcome together. Not because you are strong enough, but because I am your strength. Not because you have it all figured out, but because my plans for you are good, full of hope and a future. So, my child, when the world frightens you, look up. When your heart is heavy, remember me. When your soul is tired, reach for my hand. Let me carry the weight so you can hold on to your faith. You are not alone, never have been, never will be. You are my beloved, and in my arms you will find strength, rest, and a love that never ends. My beloved one, as you continue your journey of faith, walk with awareness and discernment. For you are not merely heading toward promises, you are also walking through a battlefield unseen. The enemy of your soul lurks in shadows, seeking to sway you off course. He does not always attack with swords, but with subtle seeds of doubt, with fear dressed as wisdom, and with false whispers disguised as reality or the opinions of others. You may hear voices that do not come from me. You're not good enough. You're going to fail. You're just dreaming. Others do it better than you. But I want you to recognize the source of those words. They do not come from love. They do not come from life. And they do not bring peace. They are the weapons of the enemy, the one who cannot create anything, who only knows how to distort the truth to make you afraid and doubt yourself. My child, be watchful as you draw nearer to the purpose I have set before you. The enemy will intensify his efforts to distract you. He knows he cannot steal your calling, so he will try to convince you to walk away from it yourself. He will do everything he can to get you to look down instead of looking up, to focus on the noise instead of my still, small voice. But you must remain steadfast. Do not let your heart sway with the winds of emotion or the words of those who do not understand the path you are on. The calling I placed within you does not require the approval of others. It only requires your obedience. You must keep your eyes on me, on the light that never dims, on the guidance that never leads astray. Like a soldier holding his ground in a battlefield, like a runner who never takes his eyes off the finish line. Guard your heart from unnecessary distractions, for you do not run alone. I am running with you. Every step you take bears my footprints beside it. When you grow weary, I carry you. When you lose heart, I remind you. When you are surrounded by doubt, I am the quiet certainty within your soul. Do not give the enemy any space in your mind. He has no authority over you unless you grant it to him. Every time you hear the whisper of fear, answer it with my promises. Every time doubt appears, recall what I have done for you in the past. The memory of my faithfulness is a powerful weapon against invisible attacks, and if you resist with prayer, with faith, with sincere worship, he will have to flee. Not because you are so strong, but because I am your fortress. You do not walk this path merely to reach a destination, but to become someone new along the way, someone I have been shaping through the fires of trial, through the storms of uncertainty, and through alluring but deceptive crossroads. I know there are moments when you are tired, when you just want to give up, but in those very moments, if you choose to keep your eyes on me, if you choose to rise again though weak, then you are pushing back the darkness not just from your own life, but from the lives of those who look to you in search of hope. You are the light not because you are perfect, but because you reflect the light that is me, and that light, if guarded well, cannot be overcome by the darkness. Walk with courage, not the kind that comes from emotion, but the kind that flows from the deep conviction that I am with you. Others may doubt you, but I believe in you. Others may turn their backs, but I remain. Even when you lose your way, I am still the way. So, my child, keep going, even if it's slow, even if your steps tremble, even if you cannot clearly see what lies ahead, just keep walking. The enemy will shout, but you listen for my whisper. He will try to sow fear, but you sow faith. He will wear you down with waiting, but I will refresh your soul with hope. I did not choose you to live in fear, but to walk in power. I did not call you to abandon you, but to hold your hand through every step. I did not send you to battle alone, but to equip you with spiritual weapons, my word, prayer, and a peace that surpasses all understanding. You are a warrior of light in a world shadowed by darkness. You are the voice of truth amidst a sea of lies. You are the living testimony of my love and faithfulness. So stand firm. Be alert. Keep a heart that is gentle yet unshakable. For if you keep your eyes on me, I will not let your steps falter. I will guide you through every challenge. Make a way in the wilderness. Cause rivers to flow in dry places, and make you a witness to life for this world and for my eternal kingdom. My beloved child, every gift I have placed in your hands is not for you alone. Every blessing, every open door, every opportunity you've received is not just a sign of my love for you. It is also an invitation into a deeper purpose. It is an invitation to become a planter of hope, a bearer of light, someone who lives for something far greater than themselves. The good things I give are not just to nourish you, but so that through you, I may nourish a world withering from a lack of love and light. You were not placed in this life by accident. Every person you meet, every relationship you build, every seemingly random conversation is woven into my loving design. I have positioned you not just to receive, but to become a stream of blessing, a living stream of water, flowing from a heart full of gratitude and a generous spirit. Do not hoard the blessings for yourself, for what you cling to will diminish, but what you share will multiply. Look around you. How many souls are weary? How many hearts are broken? How many eyes are searching for a glimmer of hope in the thick darkness of life? I am not waiting for you to be perfect before you shine. I only need your willingness. The light you carry does not come from your own strength, but from my presence within you. That is why you can step forward with confidence, not to draw attention to yourself, but to reflect the goodness of your Heavenly Father. When you share your blessings, you open doors not only for others, but for yourself. The forgiveness you extend will heal someone else's wound and simultaneously release your soul from its burden. The kindness you show may be the one thing that holds someone together in a moment of despair. A word of encouragement from you may be a seed that, years from now, will grow into an unimaginable transformation. I am inviting you to be a witness not to a religion, but to love. Let what you have received from me be a living testimony of my faithfulness, my grace, and the gentle power of a God who sees, who cares, who is always present. Live in such a way that others, upon seeing your life, will long to know the one in whom you place your trust, not through eloquent words, but through sincere heart, not through grand gestures, but through daily faithfulness in small things. You won't always see the results immediately. There may be days when you feel your light is too small, too dim in a world so full of darkness. But remember this, my child, even one candle can dispel the darkness in an entire room, and every act of love, no matter how small, is never forgotten in eternity. Heaven is recording every step you take, every drop of water you offer, every word you speak with sincerity, live generously, but also wisely. Love wholeheartedly, but do not overlook my guidance. Give with the knowledge that everything you have comes from me, and therefore, you never have to fear lack. True wisdom does not come from clinging, but from knowing when to sow, when to water, and when to trust that I will bring the harvest in due time. Others may not understand why you continue to help, why you keep hoping through hardship, why you do not return evil for evil. But in that very moment, you are living exactly what I've called you to, being light in the darkness, wholeness in a broken world, and a living witness to a love that surpasses human understanding. Remember, when you share love, you lose nothing. On the contrary, you will be filled even more. My love is not like a river that dries up when drawn from. It is like a spring that never ceases to flow the more it flows through you. The stronger it comes to you. When you love, you are truly alive, living according to the purpose I placed within you. My beloved child, let your life become a living letter written by the Spirit, not needing ink or paper, but expressed through action and presence. Step into each day with the heart of one who is chosen, one who is sent not to seek glory for yourself, but to reflect my glory. And when you live that way, you will witness something miraculous unfold. Hearts once closed will begin to open. Relationships that seemed broken beyond repair will find healing. And souls that had grown numb will be awakened by something simple yet profoundly powerful, the love of the Father, flowing through you into this world. That is the most beautiful legacy you could ever leave behind, not a career, not fame, but the imprint of divine love lived and shared. Su continui on. My child, walk in the light, live in love, and let the blessing become an unending river flowing from you, reaching many, and returning to you in joy, in peace, and in a fullness that the world cannot give. I love you. I believe in you. And together, you and I are writing a sacred story, a story of a soul that dared to love, dared to give, and dared to live for eternal light. My beloved one, the season of betrayal has passed. The days when your heart felt torn by injustice, by lies, by the turned backs and wounds inflicted by those you once trusted, those days no longer hold dominion over your soul. I saw you walk through that darkness. I saw the way you bowed your head in silence instead of lashing out in anger. I know every tear that fell unseen, every whispered question in the night. Why? Father, but today I come to whisper into your spirit a powerful truth. The season of restoration is at hand. I, your God, have not been blind to your pain. I did not ignore what you have endured. Every loss, every misunderstanding, every opportunity stolen unjustly, none of it has gone unnoticed. But I am not only the one who sees, I am the one who restores. I do not merely comfort you in sorrow, I renew you from the very root. I have not come just to dry your tears, but to give you a reason to smile again, and not a forced smile, but a deep joy that flows from a healed soul. Everything that was taken from you, your peace, your trust, your opportunities, your honor will not only be returned but multiplied in a divine way. I do not repay as the world repays. I restore with grace, with a faithfulness that transcends human understanding. The enemy thought he had defeated you, but he didn't know that where you were broken was exactly where I began a glorious rebuilding. From those ashes, I am igniting a new flame, the fire of refined faith, of unextinguishable love, and of an unshakable will. Do not fear what was lost. Do not mourn the doors that closed. For I, the one who holds the keys to every door, am preparing to open what you have never even dreamed of. Nothing was taken without my permission, and if I allowed it, then trust that I also have a plan to restore it by heaven's design. Not bound by the logic of this world, what you call loss, I call preparation. What you saw as an end, I call the beginning of something better. I know you're tired of always being strong, of always forgiving, of always standing back up in solitude. But today, you don't need to keep trying to prove anything. Rest in my arms. Let me be the restoration your soul longs for. I will mend what was broken, heal the place no one else can reach. Your wounds will no longer be shameful. They will become the very place where my light shines the brightest. And from that place, you will rise not as a victim, but as a living witness of your Father's power and mercy. I will turn your hopeless nights into mornings filled with hope. I will turn what once made you weep into testimonies of glory. And what you thought was a painful ending will become the first chapter of a marvelous journey I have written just for you. Remember, nothing in my hands is meaningless. No wound is wasted. My love is strong enough to turn ashes into gardens, tears into seeds for an abundant harvest. People may look at you and see failure, but I see resurrection. They may think you've lost too much to hope again, but I know this is where my miracles begin. They may forget what you've been through, but I never will. And I, myself, will restore you, not with patchwork repairs, but with a complete and beautiful recreation like never before. So, my precious one, lift up your head. Do not look back with bitterness, but look forward with eyes lit by hope. Believe that your season of restoration is not a distant promise. It is here. It is present. It is working quietly in every moment you breathe. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are in the hands of the one who never fails. Be ready to receive not just what you once had, but what I long to give you, more, better, deeper, and everlasting. And as you walk into this new season, don't keep it to yourself. Share your story, the story of one who endured betrayal, but was restored by an unchanging love. That story will ignite hope in others who are now where you once were. And through it, my glory will shine. I am still working, my child, and I will not stop until every broken piece of your life is fitted together in a way only heaven can accomplish. You are the evidence of an eternal truth. My love can heal all things, restore all things, and cause all things to work together for the good of those who love me. And you are part of that divine plan. My beloved one, you have walked through seasons where your heart no longer felt whole. What happened? Words twisted into untruths, silent betrayals. Wounds from those you once trusted left marks on your soul that felt impossible to heal. I saw every silent tear that fell in the night, every breath you held back when you faced the world with strength while inside your heart was breaking. But today, I speak to you with all my love. The restoration I am bringing to your life is not only about what you can see or touch. It is not just the recovery of opportunities, possessions, relationships, or reputation. I am restoring your heart, the deepest part, the most wounded part, the part most precious to me. I know there are wounds, No one else sees that still ache inside you each day. There are memories you thought you had forgotten, but they return and sting your heart unexpectedly. There are questions that linger silently in your soul. Why did they treat me that way? What did I do wrong? Am I still worthy of love? But listen, my child, you are not defined by what others did to you. You are not confined by their wrongs. Those wounds do not determine your worth. They are only a part of the journey, not to destroy you, but to draw you closer to me, to teach you the depth of a love only the Father can give. Yes, the scars in your heart remain. I do not deny them, for they are the proof of what you have survived. But I declare to you, they will no longer carry pain. They will no longer make you tremble with memory. They will no longer weigh heavy on your sleepless nights. For I, the healer, am pouring the gentle oil of restoration upon them. Even now, I am doing something new, not loud, not rushed, but steady and deep. My healing is not forgetfulness, it is inner transformation. It is the ability to remember without pain. It is the strength to look back and smile because you have overcome. You don't have to pretend to be strong anymore. You don't need to bury the pain and lock it away. Let me into the hidden places, the ones you've kept guarded, the places you've feared to face. Let me comfort you like a gentle father, with no judgment, no rebuke, only unconditional love. Breathe, relax, lean into me, and you will see there is a healing that is real, not born of reason, but of a love that never abandons. I'm not rushing your healing. I'm patient, and I'm waiting. I don't demand you recover all at once, only that you open your heart to me. Day by day, even just a little, I will take those small moments and do wonders within you, like rain softening dry soil. Quiet but persistent, like light slipping through cracks in the dark, not blinding, but enough to drive the night away. And one day, you will wake up and realize your heart no longer carries the old weight. You will find that you can love again, trust again, dream again, not because everything around you changed, but because you have been healed. And that, my child, is the true miracle. You will become a bringer of healing to others, not through hollow words, but through the lived experience of a heart once shattered and now restored by the Father's hand. You will look at others with compassion, embrace them with the arms of one who once fell but now stands. Your healing will spread like the gentle fragrance of a flower that bloomed after the storm. Oh, my beloved, I will never let your pain be wasted. Every tear, every sigh, every whispered prayer I heard, I understood, I recorded, and now they're becoming seeds. And I, the tender gardener, am watering them with everlasting love. A new season is coming. A beginning is stirring in your heart. Let yourself receive it. Don't close your heart again. Let me in softly, but with power. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not broken as you once believed. You are a beloved masterpiece, redeemed and being restored piece by the hands of the one who knows your worth more deeply than anyone else. So stay in my presence. Let my love flood every hidden corner of your heart, and you will see those old wounds will no longer be something you fear to remember, but will become the opening chapter of a radiant journey of healing and restoration. I love you even when you feel unworthy of love. I choose you even when others reject you, and I am healing you not merely so you can stand again, but so you can soar, living fully in the destiny I placed within you from the very beginning. This is the season of comfort. This is the season of healing hearts. And you, my beloved child, are right at the center of this miracle. My beloved one, I know the heavy days you have walked through not only because of what your eyes have seen, but because of the invisible burdens your soul has carried. There have been nameless aches, lingering worries that have followed you for years, making your heart feel like a dry land, like wings that once soared, now wearied beneath a gray sky. But today, I say to you, the season of weariness has passed, and the season of restoration is here. Not just external restoration, but a deep healing of the spirit where I dwell within you, renewing and reviving what seemed forgotten. I am restoring your spirit, piece by piece, like a skilled artisan gently restoring a time-worn painting. The pain you no longer dare to mention, the emotions buried too deep because they once hurt too much, the disappointments that made you close off your heart. I am coming, not to judge, but to touch, to lift, to breathe life again into what you thought had died inside. Every crack in your soul is being filled by my presence. Every weakness is being transformed into strength, wrapped in gentleness. The burdens you've carried, whether guilt, shame, overwhelming responsibility, or simply the weight of always pretending to be okay when inside you were exhausted, I am now lifting them. Not because you were strong enough to release them on your own, but because you've chosen to hand them over to me. I never asked you to be endlessly strong. I never waited for you to finish everything before I showed up. Even when you trembled, I was already there. And now, I am gently peeling off layer after layer of weight you've carried for too long so that you no longer walk with your head bowed, but with your head lifted, breathing in the true freedom I've prepared for you. The chains, whether bad habits, negative thoughts, or lies you once believed, are being broken by the power of heaven. I am not only breaking the chains, I am replacing them with a robe of freedom. No longer will invisible forces bind you in self-doubt. No longer will traces of the past keep you from moving forward. You are stepping into a new season, not merely another stage of life, but a spiritual season, a new era where your spirit will soar like an eagle, reaching depths you've never touched before. This is the season where hope is not just a concept, but a living reality in every breath you take. A hope not rooted in circumstances, but in the unshakable truth that I, your Creator, am holding your future. You will no longer walk hesitantly out of fear, but confidently in the leading of the Holy Spirit. You will no longer be haunted by the past or anxious about the future, but you will know how to fully live in the present where I am with you. My Spirit is not distant, He is within you, not merely as an abstract presence, but as a real source of strength, holding you with every step, whispering encouragement into your mind when you grow weary, reminding you of promises when you forget, and rekindling the fire in your heart each time life tries to extinguish your faith. You do not have to walk alone, for there is one who goes before you, guiding each step, and one who walks beside you, upholding you when you are weak. You will see yourself change, not because you forced yourself to, but because my love is transforming you from within. You will begin to feel peace in the places that once gave rise to anxiety. You will begin to speak words of encouragement instead of complaint. You will begin to see others with eyes of compassion instead of suspicion. And you will know that this is not the result of your own effort, but of allowing my Spirit to lead your heart each day. Others may not see this process. They may still perceive you as the person you used to be, but take heart, for I see what is rising in you. A new version is being formed, braver, gentler, wiser, and full of hope, no longer confined by inner barriers. You will begin to live in the fullness of the potential I placed in you from the beginning. So, My beloved, do not fear stepping into this new season. Let your spirit soar, unburdened by the remnants of the past. Step boldly into the future, not because you know every detail, but because you know I walk with you. Your restoration is underway, and its result will be more glorious than anything you've ever imagined. You are not the victim of what has been. You are the survivor, and more than that, the one being restored to live strong, to love fully, to hope endlessly. And that, my child, is the living proof of a truth that never changes, that I, your loving Father, am still working, still renewing, and still leading you into everlasting freedom. My beloved one, a new chapter is opening in your life, not a continuation of the old, but the beginning of something fresh, meaningful, and profound. This is not merely another season of life, it is a divine turning point, where you will walk in clear calling and deep conviction that I, the Creator, and your Father have personally equipped you for everything ahead. There is nothing you lack that I do not see. There is no challenge ahead that I have not already prepared you to overcome. You do not need to doubt yourself, for I am the one who planted gifts, courage, and purpose in you long before you even knew they existed. Do not be afraid. My beloved, I know you may hesitate. I understand that stepping into something new means leaving your comfort zone, shedding the familiar, and sometimes going against what others expect of you. But you are not alone. Not a single step you take escapes my sight. Not one of your prayers goes unheard. I am with you not as a distant observer, but as a companion, a father, a loving guide. The road ahead may not always be easy. There may be twists you do not see coming, mountains you feel too weak to climb, and unfamiliar places that stir fear in your heart. But I promise you this, it will be worth it. Every moment you walk faithfully in response to my call will bear fruit not only for you but for those around you. Your life will become a living testimony of love, of guidance, and of the power of a God who never abandons his children. You will begin to see my hand move in ways that leave you in awe. Not because you prayed long enough or because you were more deserving than others, but because I am the faithful Father. I do not just listen, I act at the right time, in my way. For my glory and your fullness, you will see doors open not because of your effort, but because I opened them, doors no one can shut. For I am the one who holds the keys, both in this world and in eternity. And as you walk through them, fear will not hold you back. You will walk forward with confidence, not pride, but a peace born of trust that your Father has gone before you. I have cleared the path, defeated the dangers you have yet to imagine, arranged the meetings, the opportunities, and the companions each aligned in a divine order you will gradually see unfold along your journey. You will come to understand that purpose is not some distant concept, but rather something present in your everyday life, in every small act done with faithfulness, in every word spoken with love, in every decision made with reverence for me. Purpose does not need to be grand by the world's standards, but it will always be powerful by heaven's measure. And you will know that when you live in alignment with your true purpose, your heart will be satisfied, your soul will find rest, and every step you take will leave a divine imprint on the lives of others. People may doubt you. They may judge you based on your past or try to limit you with narrow perspectives. But I, the one who created you, am not confined by shallow perceptions. I see what no one else sees. I know what no one else knows. I call you by name, not the name others have assigned to you, but your true name in eternity, chosen, beloved, and sent. And if you remain steadfast, if you do not let fear deceive you, if you cling tightly to me, then not only will you walk the right path, but you will walk in joy, in wisdom, and in abundance. Nothing you offer for my name is ever wasted. No step of obedience is in vain. Even when you do not see results immediately, I am still at work in the silence, weaving together things you have not even imagined. So, my beloved child, be courageous. Step into this new chapter with an open heart, with eyes fixed on me, and with the mindset of one who has been equipped, because that is who you are. Walk with the confidence that what comes from me will be protected by me, and what I have begun, I will complete. The future is not something to fear, it is a gift to be discovered. Day by day, step by step, under the unfailing guidance of your Father, you are being called not merely to survive, but to influence, not just to fulfill a task, but to inspire, not only to be blessed, but to become a blessing for a world longing for light and truth. And I, your Father, will be here, always, in every step you take, in every word you speak, and in every season you enter. Go, my beloved, a new chapter awaits you. And I, the author of your story, I am holding your hand to write the most glorious pages yet. My dearest one, in the long journey of life, there are moments when you feel as though you're drifting through waves of confusion. Some days, your heart feels heavy not because of something specific, but from a vague weariness you cannot even name. You wonder if anyone truly understands you, if anyone sees the loneliness you hide behind your smile. But today, I want you to pause, take a gentle breath, and listen, because I not only see you, I understand you. Every thought, every heartbeat within you is fully known to me. You are not an anonymous grain of sand lost in a sea of people. You are a precious creation, formed by my love and divine intention. You were not tossed into the world at random. I placed you here at the right time, in the right place, for a sacred purpose. Every detail of your life, both the joys and the wounds, are part of a grand symphony I am composing. And you, yes you, are an irreplaceable part of that song. You may have wondered, where were you? Father, when I was hurting, where were you when all I hoped for seemed to fall apart? And I understand that question not as a complaint, but as a silent cry from a heart in pain. I was there, my child, not far away, not watching from a distance in heaven. I was beside you in every tear, in every weary step, in every wordless night. I was there not to let you suffer alone, but to uphold you, to remind you that your life still has purpose, still carries a value that no pain can erase. You don't need to be perfect to be loved by me. You don't have to be strong at all times for me to walk with you. My love is not performance-based. It does not change with your moods. It is unconditional, a love that sees all your flaws and still chooses to stay. And because of this love, I will never abandon you along the way. When you grow weary, I will lift you. When you fall, I will pick you up. When you don't know where to go, I will show you the way. Look back, and you'll see. How many times did you almost fall, but were kept safe? How many doors closed, only for better? Safer ones to open? That was not chance. That was my hand, gently guiding you. There are things you don't yet understand, but you will. There are wounds that have not yet healed, but they will not by time alone, but by the power of the one who loves you Do not let fear hold you back. Do not let your past keep you bound. I have prepared a new journey for you, not easy, but rich with meaning, and I do not call you to walk it alone. My Holy Spirit lives within you to strengthen you, to guide you, to remind you that you are never truly alone. Be strong, for if I have begun a good work in you, I will bring it to completion. No delay is ever wasted. No closed door beyond my power to open. Each day you live, whether ordinary or extraordinary, has worth. Every act of kindness, every word of love, every small act of obedience, each contributes to the great work I am building through your life. And one day, you will look back and see, everything I did came in perfect time, bringing good far beyond what you imagined. So, my beloved, keep walking, even if you cannot see the whole road. Take one step in faith, even if your heart is uncertain. Obey, because in obedience, you will witness miracles. Let your heart be filled, not with anxiety, but with hope. Let your eyes fix not on your circumstances, but on the one who never changes. You were not born merely to exist, you were born to live with purpose, to love deeply, to shine in the darkness, and to reflect the love of heaven on this earth. And I, the one who began this work in you, will not stop until you are made whole in my love and will. My beloved child, pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and allow the words I am about to speak to settle into the deepest parts of your soul, into the places where unspoken wounds remain, where sorrow has no name, where hope has faded with time. I know you've walked through days of confusion, seasons with no answers, times when you asked, "Are you really here with me, Father?" But today, let this truth rise within you like a new dawn. The season of betrayal has ended. You are now stepping into a new season, a season of restoration, a season of grace, a season of love made real and undeniable. I have seen every detail of what you've endured. Not a single lie spoken against you has escaped my notice. Not one turned back. No painful silence. Not one scar in your heart has gone unseen. You felt alone, abandoned, as if the world turned its back. But my child, even when others turned away, I remained near, even when no one stood with you. I fought for you, and even when you condemned yourself, I still called you my beloved, not because you are flawless, but because my love for you surpasses every failure. The last season may have cost you much, your trust, your peace, even parts of yourself, but I, the God of restoration, will not let that be the final chapter of your story. When the enemy believed you were defeated, I was preparing your victorious return. When people believed your chances were gone, I was quietly paving the way for something new, greater, richer, and deeper than anything you've known. Believe this, in this new season, you will witness my hand at work, not as a distant possibility, but through clear signs, through doors opening that no one can shut, through divine alignments far beyond your understanding. You will begin to notice my intervention in the smallest details, in a timely encounter, in the right word at the right time, in an outstretched hand when you feel you can't go on. That is me. That is your Father's love. And you will know, not just with your mind, but through living experience, that I am with you, that I have never, not for a single moment, left your side. Lift up your head. My child, do not let the memory of the past season imprison your heart in bitterness or fear. Do not let what others have done cause you to doubt your worth. They may not see you as lovable, but I do. They may not choose you, But I chose you before you were formed in your mother's womb. They may speak harshly about you, but I speak to you with everlasting love, a love that does not change with time, does not fade with circumstances, and is not conditioned by your behavior. It is a love that surpasses all understanding, and it is the love that surrounds you even now. In this season of restoration, you are not merely being healed, you are being made new, not to return to who you once were, but to become who I intended you to be from the very beginning. Every wound will become a testimony of my faithfulness. Every pain will become the foundation of compassion within you. And each time you choose forgiveness over revenge, each time you choose to keep walking instead of stopping in bitterness, that is when my light shines through you all the more brightly. I know you still hesitate. I know your heart has hoped and then been disappointed too many times. But this time, let me be your hope. Not a hope placed in people, but a hope rooted in the one who never changes. I do not promise you will never cry again, but I promise I will wipe away your tears. I do not promise you will never grow weary, but I promise I will be your strength every single day. I do not promise you will never face trials, but I promise to use those very trials to draw you closer to the eternal purpose I have prepared for you. So, my beloved, let your heart open to the new. Walk in expectation, not a fragile hope, but a deep trust that your Father is moving, and what I am doing, no one can stop. Believe that you are not lost. You are not on the wrong path. You are in a process, and that process is led by my very own hand. Let the past stay behind you. Let restoration begin from within. And know this new season is a divine reminder that you have not been forgotten, that everything once broken is being reborn, and that my everlasting love will be the light that guides you step by step, day by day, until you come to see that every promise I have made is true, and I am always with you, my beloved child. Sometimes, in the quietest moments of your soul, when you sit alone in the darkness of night or amid the noise and busyness of life, you may whisper in your heart, "Father, do you see me? Do you hear my silent cries? Do you truly care about the small things that tear me apart from within?" And I want you to pause, not to try and understand everything, but to listen to the gentle yet powerful voice that comes from the depths of my love for you. I see, I hear, I understand. And I've never taken my eyes off you, not for a single moment. I know that life has its hard days. There are moments when the blessings you pray for feel out of reach. You've prayed persistently, placed your trust, held on to hope, and yet the answers seem distant. And as the waiting lingers, doubt creeps in. Am I lost in this vast world? Can my small prayer pierce the sky and reach the heart of the Father? But I am here to tell you an unchanging truth, that every whisper of your heart is heard by me with deep attention and affection. Every sigh that no one else understands, I understand. Every fear you dare not voice, I see clearly. Every silent tear you shed, I collect them in my golden vessel, and not one drop is wasted. And the blessings I have for you, they are not just things you can touch with your hands, count with numbers, or display for others to admire. They are not limited to material abundance or worldly success. The deepest blessings from heaven are often quiet, not flashy, but enduring and life-giving to your soul. It is the peace the world cannot give, a peace so strange that you cannot explain it. But you feel it clearly when you stand in the storm and remain unshaken. When all around you trembles but your heart stays still. I give you joy, not a fleeting happiness based on favorable circumstances, but an unshakable joy that flows from knowing you are loved, chosen, and protected by the one who never changes. This joy seeps into peaceful mornings, into the gentle song of birds, into a timely embrace, a kind word from a stranger, or simply the grateful realization that you are still alive, still hoping, still held by your Father's hand. And when trials come, for they certainly will, I do not promise that pain will never touch you, but I promise to give you the strength to endure, not human strength that runs out after a few efforts, but strength from my Spirit, supernatural power dwelling within you, giving you endurance, steadfastness, and courage to go on even when you cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel. When you are weary, I carry you on my shoulders. When you collapse, I lift you up with unrelenting love. You may not always feel my presence. Sometimes you may feel like you're walking through a desolate land, where your prayers seem to echo back to your own heart. But child, faith is not a feeling. Faith is trusting the truth that I am working, even when you cannot see. Like a seed buried in the soil, seemingly dormant, yet sending roots deeper to prepare for a lasting harvest, so too is my presence and my work in you, quiet but mighty. So, my dear child, when answers don't come quickly, do not be disheartened. When you don't understand why you must wait, do not give up. And when you feel weak, close your eyes. Breathe deep. And remember that I am holding you in eternal love. I am not in a hurry. I have not forgotten. I do not do anything carelessly for you. Every detail of your life is woven by me with tenderness, with mercy, and with a purpose far greater than you can imagine. Let your heart rest in the truth. You are not invisible to me. You are not alone in your trial. You are not forgotten among billions. You are loved truly, deeply, wholly, and eternally. And in that love, you will find everything you need: peace in the storm, joy in the small things, strength in weakness, and hope even when tomorrow remains unseen. I am still working, my child, still listening, still watching every step you take. And I will never leave you, not because I've forgotten, but because I am shaping you, preparing you to receive blessings beyond measure, blessings that only my eternal love can give. So be confident, be open-hearted, and live each day knowing this one truth: I love you today, tomorrow, and forevermore, my beloved child. Pause for a moment amid the current of life, amid the noise of your thoughts, the burdens you strive to carry, and open your heart. Receive these words as a stream of living water, refreshing the desert of your soul. Let my words sink deep into the core of your being, beyond reason, beyond doubt, beyond the fears that try to cover your faith. This is not something far away in the distant future. It is happening now. In the moment, your heart opens in trust. My blessings are not rewards for the perfect, but gifts to my children who are willing to receive with simple faith. They are not confined to material things or visible signs, but flow into every corner of your soul: peace in the storm, comfort in frailty, strength when you think you cannot go on, and the gentle reminder that you are never alone. Trust me, for I am faithful. My love does not come and go with passing emotions. My presence does not withdraw when you fall. My promises do not shift with seasons, nor vanish when circumstances worsen. I am the one who keeps his word, even if heaven and earth pass away. My word shall never fail. What I have spoken about you, the promises you've hidden in tears, the dreams you thought were forgotten, the prophecies you once clung to, I will fulfill. In my way, in my time, with a love that surpasses all understanding. You may have doubted. You may have waited until your heart grew weary, thinking you were unworthy, thinking perhaps I had forgotten. But nothing you have gone through is meaningless. Every step in the wilderness, every time you fell and rose again, every night you cried alone, I have been weaving into a beautiful symphony. I never forget the prayers whispered in the dark. Not a single tear you've shed is lost to me. And so, restoration is coming not by chance, but by divine power and unchanging love. I will restore what has been lost, not just returned as it was, but multiplied, deepened. What you thought was dead, I can revive. What was stolen, I will redeem in a way only your Father can. I will not leave you living in regret. For you were not born to survive in brokenness, but to live fully in blessing, in healing, and in eternal hope. I will also heal what has been shattered, the fractured relationships, the unnamed wounds, the scars you hide behind a smile. My love does not merely soothe the pain, it restores you from within. I will bring you back to yourself, not the version you used to be, but the person you were always meant to become. Stronger, more loving, more compassionate, more radiant than ever. And do not worry about what you need about tomorrow, about what is beyond your reach, about the burdens that weigh down your heart, for I am your provider. I don't just know what you need, I know when you need it, and the best way to give it, not what is excessive, but what is right, what is necessary, what brings life. Do not let anxiety close your heart. Do not let fear make you forget that I am your Father, the one who never leaves you halfway, and never lets you fight alone. So, my beloved child, open your heart, not to what you can force into being, but to what I long to give naturally, gently, and divinely. Let yourself breathe, not with the breath of fear, but breathing out with hope and breathing in with faith. Believe that you are living in my presence. Believe that blessings are flowing even if your eyes don't yet see. Your soul has already felt it. And know this, the best is not behind you, it is coming step by step, season by season, day by day. In the everlasting love of your Father, Amen. As a child of God, you are never alone. He walks with you through every moment, gently reminding you to live in faith and in His unwavering love. Follow and turn on notifications so you never miss a single word I speak from the heavens. Amen.